Ottawa a cursed franchise? Like, am I just jumping into this, like, knowing that this is a cursed thing? They're cursed, aren't they? They're a cursed franchise. Jonathan's got the right idea. Stop the video, go get some snacks. We're in for a long one, boys. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to your Ottawa Senators franchise mode. In the last video, I said it's gonna be a long one. When I say that, I mean it because we're going to get the entire regular season done, the playoffs that we're not gonna make, the draft, the re-sign stage, and we're gonna end this video at the start of next year. So it's almost an entire year in one video. So what'd you guys get for a snack? Did you maybe keep it healthy? Did you go for maybe some fruits, maybe some nuts? What'd you guys get? Or did you just absolutely pig out Pop-Tarts and popcorn and chips? Let me know down in the comments. I'm a big snack guy. But we got a lot to do, but the first thing we have to do, Brandon Barenfeld reminded me, what is up with Erik Karlsson? You haven't checked in on him yet. That's right. That was something that's on my list. So obviously, unfortunately, I guess not unfortunately, it kind of had to happen. We can go back and forth about it all day, but Erik Karlsson, obviously a member of the San Jose Sharks. Now I'm going to guess he's at about a point per game, maybe a little bit under. He's currently like 45 points. Yeah, 45 points. That was some quick math right there. It took me 2 seconds. Boom, genius. 45 points in 51 games. I mean, if he can really turn it on here at the tail end of the year, he could be pushing a point per game, just like he did in 2015. Those were the times, eh, Eric? Oh man, the good old days. Well, you know what? I wish him the best. It looks like the San Jose Sharks are a pretty good team. Yeah, wow, 32, 15, and 4. Yeah, they're doing okay. They're not hurting at all. They're doing just fine. Let's just go ahead and get the simulation started. We started off not very good. I mean, I knew we weren't going to be a good team. Last year was definitely a fluke. I mean, I think we're stronger, but we're weaker as the team goes on here. It's weird because we have the young guys who, you know, are going to be the big pieces of this team, like Timo Meier, Colin White, Kachuk. We even got guys like Julius Bergman up here this year. I don't think guys like Slater Cuckoo are really going to make a huge difference or a huge impact 2 or 3 years down the road. I think Slater Cuckoo is pretty much maxed out. 78 overall, though, at 6 points. He's a minus 17, which isn't great. But the biggest thing I think we have to talk about is our goaltending. I think that is something we have to look at the draft or in free agency. I really wouldn't mind getting a nice up-and-coming young Tendy. A look around the NHL about a week before the trade deadline, and as I say, ooh, Andreas Johnsson, oh, whoa. Okay, he's young, making $3.3 million on a 1-year deal, 80 overall. Why are we not picking up this guy? So they're waiving him, so they just made a trade. I know he's better in real life than he is right now. 15 points in 53 games. He's a free player pretty much. Yeah, 25 years old. I mean, we'd have to send Shiplak down. We just called him up, but he is definitely an upgrade. Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. Thank you very much, Toronto. Now I got to go do the lines up here, but I want to see what trade went down. Seems like a pretty big trade to have to waive a guy like that. Maybe they traded Austin Matthews. Imagine. I could just imagine Leafs Twitter right now. Oh my God. Toronto got Jeff Petrie for a first and a fifth. Ooh, from Montreal. Okay, Toronto, I hope you know what you're doing, but maybe they're going on a crazy playoff run. Let's see how they're doing, actually. Toronto traded a fifth and a first, so they're right in the pack. I mean, they could push the Bruins and Buffalo, but they're kind of on the outside looking in, so I mean, I hope that trade works out for you, but I'll take Andreas Johnsson. Thank you very much. Andreas Johnsson, welcome to Ottawa. You're going to play there on the 4th line with Logan Brown and Thomas Yurko. That's a free NHL player. Thank you very much, Toronto. He is still relatively young, I mean 25. Next Saturday on the 15th, we have a game against Toronto. Thank you very much. Go ahead and slow sim that one after we lose 7-6. Toronto needs every point they can right now. I wouldn't mind if we had a Toronto-Ottawa rivalry here. Let's maybe have a closer look at their team. Maybe we'll meet them in the postseason when we're both juggernauts. This could be something I could be very stoked about. I like beating Toronto every single chance I get. First period up against the Leafs. And yeah, they're the better team right now, but it's not for long, I promise you. Jeff Petrie, the newly acquired sniper. Nikita Zaitsev and Morgan rally. So 3 goals from the defense, and Bobby Ryan gets 1 on Frederik Andersen. Period number 2. Oh, God. Third period. Okay. It was interesting, but 5-3. That first period really took us out of the entire deal. Stone, Timo Meier, Kapanen, and Patrick Marleau. Nothing from Andreas Janssen. That's fine. No worries. All good. Now, coming up next week on the 18th, we have a game against Matt Duchene. I think we played him last month. I don't remember how we did. I know he had 2 assists. I know it was kind of a crazy game. That's right, it was 6-5, so kind of a crazy one. Let's see if Matt Duchene can add to that point total against his former team. 3-0 after the first. Brady Tkachuk, Mark Stone, and Thomas Hertl. You love to see it. Period. Number 2. Let's keep it on. Okay, 3-1. Will Butcher. That's fine. Will Butcher gets 1. Oh my God, lots of goals. Timo Meier, Thomas Hertl, Damon Sievertson, and Nico Hischier. But 5-3. Take that, Matt Duchene. Didn't want to sign with me. Imagine. So he had 2 helpers last time, and he had 1 assist this time. So 3 points in 2 games. Not bad. But Hertl and Stone really killed it there. 3 points for Stone, 2 points for Hertl, and that is a big W. 2 teams I want to beat, Toronto and New Jersey. Aside from that, let's tank. Just went ahead and edited up the trade block a little bit. Maybe we could get a few more offers here. I did express that I am looking for any kind of goalies. Preferably young guys, not Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Thanks, but no thanks, Carolina. I mean, getting a goalie would be huge right now. 2 firsts and a couple of prospects for Brady Tkachuk. Ooh, okay. Obviously, we're not going to do this, but 2 firsts. Wow, that's crazy to think that Tkachuk has that much value. That's awesome. That's good to know. I mean, I'm hanging on to Brady Tkachuk. 2 firsts is definitely nice, but not at the expense of Brady Tkachuk. Thank you, but no thank you, Minnesota. Trying to steal one of our better prospects. Get out of here. Got another one here. Oh my God. Could you imagine if we did this trade? A first and a couple of thirds and a no-one prospect for Brady Tkachuk to Toronto? Get out of here, Toronto. Abso-freaking-lutely not. 2 firsts for Tkachuk. What the hell? Why is there all of a sudden so much interest in Brady Tkachuk? I mean, I get it. He's a stud, but no, not like this. Not happening. All right, we got 1 more day until the trade deadline after the 26th. I don't know if we're going to get any more offers. I'll have a look around the NHL for some tendies, but I don't think making a move right now. Riley Sheahan, no. Pretty much no. Easy no. All day. I don't think it's right to make a move for a goalie right now because we're going to be a bad team anyways, so why are we rushing this? Maybe there's kind of a situation where it's like a UC Saros and a Pekka Rinne type situation where the backup is knocking on the door, but the starter is not quite ready to give up yet. Kind of same thing with like Korpisalo and Sergei Bobrovsky. I can't see Bobrovsky not being the starter for that team for the next like 5 years. So I think Korpisalo eventually is going to have to get the boot. But let's have a look around the NHL. Here's Craig Anderson. We obviously traded him to Anaheim, and he's got 3 wins in 12 games, so hasn't got a ton of ice. Kind of hope Craig Anderson does a little bit better, but anyways, let's have a look around the NHL, and I'll let you know if I find anything that kind of fits what we're looking for. Getting a guy like Tyler Parsons would be really cool. He's a high fringe starter, but look at him in the AHL. He's just killing it. He's 29-9. That's kind of like a B+ goaltending prospect. Looks like the Avs have kind of a goaltending problem here. They got Varlamov, Grubauer, and Kari Lehtinen. We could go get Grubauer, Seattle Storm Bear legend. This is what I'm talking about, Korpisalo. 25 years old, he could be 82 overall. Like, he's ready to go. He's kind of just being wasted there behind Sergei Bobrovsky. So that's an option. We got to keep that in mind. Okay, have a look at Fog of War here. Mike Smith is a 93. Hello? What? Or, you know, a guy like Carter Hart's not bad. We're not trading for Carter Hart, don't worry. Just had a look at every single team, and it looks like Korpisalo is the most attractive piece. Bobrovsky is going to be here for at least 3 or 4 more years. Korpisalo kind of needs to be a number 1. I don't know if we should pull the trigger on it right now, because I don't really know what we could offer. I might look at this in the draft. There could be some draft picks involved. Plus, he's on that 1 year left, so maybe we could get him for a little bit cheaper at the draft. He's 25 years old, so it's make it or break it. The longer we wait, the longer he's not going to be getting starting minutes in the NHL. So I think we should pull the trigger on this. I'm not going to say he's going to be, you know, the saving grace of this team, because I don't think he's going to be a legitimate 89 overall goalie, but he is better and younger than anything that we have right now. So, I mean, both of these guys we're not going to do anything with. Hug, even though he's got a great name. Holy shit, wait, where is he playing? He's playing in... what? Where is he playing currently? He's playing in the OHL. He's got 90 points in 47 games. What a freak. Is it worth holding on to this guy? Like, holy shit. I mean, he's 21 years old playing in the Ontario Hockey League. Okay, sure. And this guy, what's he looking like? Yeah, we could part ways with this guy. He was a 5th rounder. Maybe we'll hold on to Hug, because that year in junior kind of has me thinking. I mean, he's 21 playing against like 16-year-olds, so it's probably going to be nothing. Korpisalo, 1 year left on his deal. Trade rejected. All right, so they're not interested. They need a little bit more. That's fine. If I threw in this guy who's 26, he's an AHL top 6, probably going to become nothing for us. Well, I can guarantee he's going to be nothing for us. It evens up the trade value a little bit. Trade rejected isn't there whatsoever. You know what? We're going to revisit this in the draft. It's good to know that he's out there, but I don't want to make a decision right now. There's lots of hockey left. We're not going to pull a trigger on any move right now. We're basically focusing on getting to the draft, and that's it. It's good to know that Korpisalo's out there. I'm glad that I have an idea of the goaltending prospects out there, and maybe there's someone in free agency. Maybe we could wait till then, and we'll see what happens with Korpisalo. So here's what happened at the trade deadline. A ton of moves. So obviously we saw Jeff Petrie for a 1st and a 5th. Tampa got Connor Sheary and Saboka for a 1st and a prospect. Mitchell Stevens is pretty good. Looks like the Rangers got a 2nd and Kyle Wood for Jesper Fast and a 5th. The Coyotes, the Coyotes already parted ways with Barrett Hayton. This guy was drafted 4th overall this year. Chaika, what are you doing? Oh my God. LA gets Matt Zuccarello for a 1st, a 2nd, and Phillips. St. Louis gets Evgeny Dadonov for Robert Thomas and a 1st. Holy shit. Florida, you cleaned up there. What a trade. Looks like the Islanders and the Bruins swapped picks. San Jose gets Ryan Spooner for 2 seconds. Toronto gets Chris Tanev. Finally it happens. They get back 2 seconds and a prospect. Mike Hoffman on the move again from Ottawa to San Jose to Florida to Minnesota. He's kind of been all over the map there. Take you and your crazy wife and get out of Florida. You're going to the Minnesota Wild for 2 seconds and a prospect. Okay, so some pretty big moves there. Chris Tanev finally gets dealt from Vancouver. Now he's in Toronto. Now we have to play against him. All right, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get this year done. Let's move on. Let's get it over with. We're not going to slow sim a ton of games here unless there's any against Toronto, which there is on the 1st. Yeah, this is going to be a rivalry that is going to live on for a long time. Pretty active trade deadline for the NHL, and it looks like we are just losing all the games. As I say that, we win against Vancouver, but if I saw it correctly, Arizona had a really good record. Ooh, 8-5. Oh my God. We allow a ton of goals. Holy shit. But Arizona, what are you doing trading Barrett Hayton? What the hell are you doing? They're 43-22-6. Wow, for year 2, Arizona doesn't usually do that good. That's pretty impressive. Colorado, Pittsburgh, and then we got the Rangers exactly a week after, beating them 4-2. We'll check out the draft rankings afterwards. That's 2 in a row. That's 3 in a row. Plan the parade. 4 in a row. 7-1. Okay, guys, calm down. 5 in a row. Oh my God. Of course, you're winning games now. You're winning all the games now? Are you kidding me? When we're supposed to be dropping for the draft lottery, you decide to go on a crazy streak? Sure. Good job, guys. Fantastic. All right, up against Toronto here. Oh, let's see if Chris Tanev's going to make an immediate impact. First period, 1-0. There you go. Bobby Ryan. Period number 2, 1-1. Who is it? Will Nye, the hockey guy. Will he get a contract? Who knows? And Nazem, the Dream Kadri, 2-1. All right, so Toronto beats us once again, and we're going to be just about done the year. We got a home and home here against the Bruins to end off the year, which is kind of a weird scheduling thing for the last 2 games of the year, but Let's go. We got a game against Carolina. Nice little overtime loss. We got lots of overtime and shootout losses. So if anything, that's going to hurt us more because we have more points. Getting that extra pity point could be the it factor for us winning the lottery or us losing the draft lottery. So Toronto makes all those trades and they don't even make it into the playoffs. Ouch. Sucks to suck, Toronto. But 67 points for us. 57 for the Islanders, 64 for the Canucks, and 66 for the Colorado Avalanche. So we are the third worst team. So we have the third best odds to win the draft lottery. Now, speaking of the draft lottery, let's have a look at the projected players in next year's NHL Entry Draft. If we don't pick in the top 5, that sucks. I want a top 5 pick. I want a top 3 pick. It's either Andrews, Howe, or Alexis Lafreniere. We all know how sick he is. We'll have a look at their stats because they're probably going to be done their regular seasons. Braylon Andrews, that's the first guy I've ever heard of named Braylon. Interesting, but he's got A's all across the board pretty much. Similar style Torrey Krug. So he's just a good, small-ish, two-way puck-moving defenseman. I like that. That's awesome. Would mesh well in any room, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So we know he's medium elite, 100%, AAA, A+, AB. So he's a great puck mover, heavy slap shot, shutdown ability, character lacks size, and those weaknesses don't really make or break this guy. Emilio Howe, this guy I'm interested in for sure. 5'8", 162. He's very small, but A+, 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 A-. Wow. He is a stud, a absolute stud. And Alexis Lafreniere ripped it up in junior. I think he's still got some games left, but look at him there, 74 points in 54 games. Yeah, he's a beast. Any one of these top 3 guys is going to be awesome. And you got Julius Alos here, who is a centerman. Ruslan Popov, and then we got Fitzmaurice here, who is interesting. He's a big power forward. He had a stellar year wherever he played. Killed it this year. He's got A's all across the board as well. Similar style Owen Nolan. Like, this could be a guy that I wouldn't mind having at all. If we fall out of the top 3, you might have to look at a guy like Avery Fitzmaurice, who we know is going to be medium elite, 100%. I thought I sent scouts out to these guys. I put them in their specific region. Why did that not go through? I'm going to see if I can get some guys out there really quickly because, I mean, any one of these guys is going to be on our team, so I want to make sure I get a good idea of who it is. I swear to God I sent scouts out there. It's so annoying. Hold on, gotta go do this. I definitely had scouts there. I just don't know why it didn't do anything. Maybe it takes until the draft because I sent them out halfway through the year? I don't know. We're not going to look at stats or anything right now. We're going to go all the way up into the draft. And at the draft, we are going to... Actually, I should probably look at the playoff tree really quick here. But at the draft, we're going to look at the stats, going to look at rookie skaters, all that good stuff, our individual stats. Looks like Jeff Skinner had a 73-point year, which is awesome. Complete overhaul. Have a look at Erik Karlsson, obviously. I am definitely on that San Jose Sharks bandwagon. I want to see Erik Karlsson win a Stanley Cup there. We're actually down 2-1 to the Arizona Coyotes. But here's the playoff tree there. Nothing that really sticks out to me. Looks like Pittsburgh is going to sweep Washington here. They got one more game to do it. They're up 3-0. Any surprises here? I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say it's going to be... It's hard to bet against Crosby. Let's go with a Crosby-Karlsson Stanley Cup final. Why the hell not? Finally, we can see something like that. That'd be awesome. Let's go. Pittsburgh and the San Jose Sharks in the Stanley Cup final. Let's see who goes all the way. And for the second year in a row, the Boston Bruins win the Stanley Cup back to back. They won it in 18-19 and they win it again in 19-20. Wow. Tuukka Rask, Brad Marchand, three-time Stanley Cup champions, and we fall to 7th? Are you kidding me? We fall to 7th in the draft lot? 7th? Oh my God, are you serious? Florida, Toronto gets the 3rd pick? Hello? Are you kidding me? Florida, Montreal, Toronto, New York had the worst odds. Okay, where the hell did Florida finish? Are you serious? Oh my God, that is such a kick. I mean, to quote Matt Duchene, a kick in the balls. Are you kidding me? We have a few things to do here, but oh my god, we got screwed, ladies and gentlemen. We had the 3rd best odds, and boom, 7th, Vancouver Canucks style. Maybe I brought that luck with me. Oh my god. Okay, Marian Hossa, Spezza, Kunitz, those are your retirements. David Backes went out on top with a back-to-back Stanley Cup. Maybe you're going to see a guy like Clark MacArthur call it quits, or he's going to test free agency. Good luck. I don't think any goalie's going to retire. There you go. Chris Kunitz is a scout. I don't care. I don't care. We just fell to 7th in the draft lottery. Oh my god, that is just the most Ottawa thing to happen. Okay, so first things first, before we look at stats and Stanley Cups and this and that, Florida came out of nowhere and wins the draft lottery. Are you serious? So here's how everyone did. The San Jose Sharks finished with the 3rd best record, 52-25-5. Obviously, Erik Karlsson helped a lot there, but let's go have a look here. Where did Florida finish? So look at Florida. Okay, so it was actually my bad. We had the 4th best odds, not the 3rd. So New York, Vancouver, Colorado. New York ends up drafting 4th, so they get screwed. The Canucks end up drafting 5th. They get screwed because Vancouver Canucks. The Avalanche draft 6th, and we draft 7th. Oh my god. Nashville drafts 8th. That's insane. Carolina drops to 11th, and then Florida, they finish 23rd in the NHL. They win the draft lottery. All 3 of these teams won the draft lottery. Florida, Toronto, and Montreal. Of course, Toronto, Montreal, and freaking Florida. Okay, so that sucks. That is literally the worst. There goes my entire draft. 7th freaking place. That seriously sucks so much. Oh my god. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a recap here. That's such a kick in the nuts, to quote Matt Duchene. Jeff Skinner, 34 goals, 73 points. Again, another fantastic year. Crushes his career high, 73 points. That's awesome. He's loving playing here in Ottawa. He loves it. Mark Stone as well with a 70-point campaign. I think that's a career high as well. It is. He's mostly like a 60-point guy, but a lot of assists this year, and I think that's because obviously Jeff Skinner, they seem to be clicking together. That's awesome. Same with Thomas Hertl. He's up to an 84. That should be a career high. Oh yeah, by far. 71. What a trade. There you go. Colin White with 31 goals. No sophomore slump for this guy. 55 points, 31 Genos on the year. Bobby Ryan with 41. I mean, it is what it is with Bobby Ryan. I'll take whatever I can get out of a $7.2 million contract. Timo Meier with 41. That's not bad. I was expecting him to be in the 50-point range, but again, it is a career high, which is good. We're setting numbers here. That's nice. Ryan Dzingel, only 40, but he did kind of get diminished minutes this year, and he's down to a 79 overall, which isn't great. I mean, he had 28 goals last year. I think a 40 to 45 point guy is kind of where Ryan Dzingel is going to end up being, which is totally fine. But 40 points there. The rookie, Brady Tkachuk, with 39. That's pretty good. I'll take it. Not bad at all. Pretty good rookie campaign considering he's playing on freaking Ottawa. Our highest scoring defenseman is Thomas Chabot, who's up to an 86. You'll love to see that. 50 penalty minutes on the year, 33 points. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, 31. Logan Brown, 26 as a rookie. That's good. That's not bad. Andreas Janssen had 22 points. I don't know how many points he had before coming over, but there it is. Thomas Yurko, the stud himself, 18 points. Cody Franzen, 10. Nathan Beaulieu with 10. This guy didn't end up playing a whole lot. Borowicki, obviously we pay him to punch. Another rookie, Julius Bergman there. Did we actually have anyone that was a plus player? Anyone at all? No one, and it wasn't even close. Brady Tkachuk was the best plus-minus rating at a -5. Sorry, tied with Pageau. So, yeah. Ooh, ouch. As for tendies, they kind of both split time there. Condon was 17 and 22. Picard was 12 and 25. Whatever. It is what it is. This goaltending tandem is not going to be the same come next year. Rookie skaters? Nope. There should be more, but the game apparently doesn't want to tell me that. Let's have a look at Erik Karlsson here. I'm going to predict he had 76 points. That's just off the top of my head. 71, okay. So doesn't quite break his career high, but still a phenomenal year for Erik Karlsson. Tied with Joe Pavelski, leading the team in scoring. That's what they got him for, and they got a world-class #1 defenseman for sure. Pretty good year there for EK65, his third highest point total, I guess. No, he's put up a ton of points. Holy shit. This guy's an animal. To think we were forced to trade that guy. God damn. Brent Burns with 60 points, 20 goals, not a big deal. Vander Kane. Look how sick this team is. Oh my god. Phil the Thrill Kessel getting his first Art Ross trophy, 107 points. Atta boy, that guy's been eating his cheeseburgers and his hot dogs. You love to see it. Phil the Thrill, atta boy. Tyler Seguin with 105. Sydney with 104. Crosby's back, baby. Where is McDavid, by the way? Evgeny Malkin, Jamie Benn, Nikita Kucherov, Radulov, Eichel, Kane. Where the hell is McDavid? Anthony Mantha, that's awesome. I drafted him in my fantasy league. I hope he does even close to the numbers he's doing right now. Tarasenko, Giroux, Carlson. Where's McDavid? For some reason, McDavid's never up there for franchise mode projections. I don't know why. It's so weird. He never puts up the numbers that he actually should. Tolvanen, what a rookie campaign. 80 points. That is a Calder trophy for sure. Riley Smith, hello. McDavid, only 65 points. That is concerning. Oh boy, 96 overall, 60 points. Interesting. For some reason, Chiplak is the only rookie that shows up in rookie scoring for some reason. Not quite sure how that's a thing. Here's for goaltenders: Marc-Andre Fleury, Hellebuck, Carter Hutton, Ben Bishop, Jones, Vasilevsky, Antti Ranta. Fun, let's see here what the AHL looked like for scoring. Tyler Parsons led the way in the goaltending department, and for points, Seattle Storm Bear legend Ryan Poehling. There you go. What a beast. Not a big deal. What a monster. Christopher Stieg. All right. Sean Matthias. You guys got to call it quits. Make room for the young kids. Guys, let's have a look down here in Belleville. Gabriel Gagne led the team in scoring. More interested in seeing our rookie defensemen like Jacob Bernard Docker, who's a 72 overall now. That's not bad. And Johnny Tyconic, what a name, 73. That's good news. Alex Formanton as well. He could be something for us. Medium top 9, 71 overall. Probably one more year down in the AHL. Batherson as well, kind of the exact same deal. Nick Paul, I think, is closer than anyone. He's a 73. Riley was a draft pick from last year. We drafted him in the second round. He jumped right into the American Hockey League. A few others did as well. Let's see here. Malhotra was our top pick that we had in the second round, just outside of the first round, and he had 15 points in his rookie campaign down there in Belleville. And there's another one here. I wanted to get him in. Anderson and Riley. Anderson had that really low overall, but he's up to a 51, which is good. And then Xander Riley as well. Only 19 years old, but 60 overall. All right, so let's have a look at the awards. Obviously, we didn't take home any hardware. The Bruins cleaned up back-to-back years Stanley Cup champions. The Vegas Golden Knights won the President's Trophy, and the LA Kings. So the Kings versus the Bruins in the Stanley Cup final. Oh my God, that's a cup final I would just hate to watch. Two teams that I don't particularly love going at it for Lord Stanley. Cheeseburger Phil with the Art Ross, and Hot Dog Phil with the Hart Trophy. That's awesome. The James Norris goes to, oh boy, Erik Karlsson. Lady Bing goes to Kucherov. Calder, obviously no surprise, goes to Tolvanen. Pasta wins the Conn Smythe. That's cool. Usually it goes to attendee in the simulation. Last year it went to Rask, so it looks like David Pasternak killed it there, getting the Conn Smythe. The Vezina goes to Hellebuck for back-to-back years. The William M. Jennings goes to Hellebuck for back-to-back years. Carl Gunnarsson wins the Bill Masterton. Okay. Frank J. Selke goes to Patrice Bergeron. And the Ted Lindsay goes to Phil the Thrill. And the Rocket goes to Vladimir Tarasenko. All right, so let's do some scouting here at the draft. We have a few picks, and I'm looking to really have a home run out of the park, hat trick, Hail Mary, touchdown, all these other sport metaphors you can use. I want to have a really good draft is what I'm trying to say. I want to have a draft that is going to shape this team for the future. I would love to pick in the top 5. But unfortunately, the game doesn't really like us that much, so you can kiss Howe, Andrews, Lafreniere, all these guys bye. We're pretty much, so boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would love to get Fitzmaurice, man. I would love to get this guy. No way he's dropping to 7th, though. So, Alos, oh, man. Okay, so we scouted him a little bit. Same with Popov. These guys are going to be gone, for sure, no question. So we're looking at guys like Wisniewski, Tyler Wisniewski, who's a centerman from Finland. Porter, Franklin Porter, I don't know anything about him. Rene Savard, who's 6'4", two-way forward. He's 18 years old. He's a big boy. BBB across the board. I'd either really want a stud defenseman or a stud center iceman. We got Robert Rodin here, who is a medium top 4. I need a medium elite, man. I really need to trade into the top 5. Let's see if there's any medium elites hanging out back here. So we got a for sure medium elite 68th, as well as Pandolfo, 6'5". So they could be grinders. This guy is a two-way forward. Okay, so definitely have a look at him. We'll go ahead and pin him. Nicholas Stjorgen here, who seems incredibly loyal and is very even keel. So we got a guy here who's just a nice kid, it looks. So that could be like a 2nd or a 3rd rounder for us. We'll go ahead and pin that. That's all the medium elites that are exact, that are outside of the first round. So, oh man, not ideal at all. If I can move into the top 3, top 5, that would be awesome. But realistically, what do we have? What do we have to offer a team like Toronto, Montreal? Like, really not a whole lot, which sucks. And Florida, Montreal, Toronto, New York, like they're all in our conference, which sucks. We're going to be playing them so much. And we're going to be seeing all these guys that we could have had, but the draft lottery is like, no, not today, not happening. All right, hopping into the draft. Okay, so let's have a look at what we got here. So no matter who Florida picks here, they're going to get a stud player. So let's have a look at the draft board here. Hopefully that stops the countdown. It doesn't. Okay, that sucks. Projected picks. So Tyler Conacher, Rene Savard. Who's Tyler Conacher? 7th overall. He's two-way forward, 18 years old. Doesn't really look outstanding. Haven't scouted him, which is concerning. Savard, we know about that guy, and Porter, we know about. Our forward depth chart moved from a D- to a C, so that's good. We're improving, slowly but surely, guys. We are improving. I don't think I'm going to trade into the top 3, because either one, it's just going to be way too much. Honestly, it's going to be so much. I'm looking at the Islanders or the Canucks. I really, really like that kid. Where is he? What's his name? Avery Kamensky, I think his name is. Or no, Fitzmaurice. Right, Fitzmaurice. I'm thinking he could be sick for us. 35 goals, 77 assists. Plus, he's an American to go alongside guys like Colin White. I'd really, really like Avery Fitzmaurice. I mean, any one of these guys would be awesome, but I'm going to see how it plays out for the top 3. I don't think Fitzmaurice is going to go there. It would have been nice to get in the top 3, but I was hoping to pick around 4 or 5. So let's see what they're going to do here with Florida. I'm going to say it's going to be Emilio Howe. That's my guess. Yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go. Going to Florida, so they get a really good right winger to play alongside of Barkov. That's going to be nasty. Now going to Montreal, I'm going to say it's going to be Andrews. Let's just try that. And then, yeah, boom. Man, I'm a genius. And I guess Toronto fans, eat your heart out. You're getting Alexis Lafreniere. Oh, my God. Okay, so let's see what the Islanders want for the 4th overall pick. I really wouldn't mind going after that American. So what can we offer them? What can we do here? To move from 7th to 4th in the draft, I think I'm going to have to give up another pick. I would love to hang on to my 2nd, so I'm going to see if I can throw a 3rd your way. What else could we offer? I'm not parting ways with a guy like Timo Meier, obviously. We just acquired him. Don't really want to give up on guys like Anderson so quickly. Formanton, I don't really want to get rid of him either. Skinner, Kachuk, they're untouchable. Dzingel, Brown, I mean, this guy, what, is he a 6th round pick of ours, I think, last year? 5th, so he's low elite. He has a little bit of trade value. 18 years old, 51 overall. He's a center. We have a decent amount of depth in the center position. I think we can part ways with him. Again, just a player to throw in there. But look at Hug. Oh my God. Everyone's getting Hugs. 117 points in 68 games. What an animal. Haynes has a decent amount of value, so I think this might go through if I give him the third. I don't know. I've never really traded up in the draft before like this. It's kind of difficult to trade up so high in the draft because you don't really know what the team wants. They do want the 7th and they want the 3rd, but they don't want to get rid of the 4th. So I don't know. Let's try this. Long Island, let's make a deal. Trade rejected. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be a 2nd, which sucks, but you know what? We get the player that we actually want. Oh, man. Yeah, you know, let's try it, all right? That should go through without Haynes. Pretty much a first. Like, it's right outside the first round. Trade rejected. Even if I had Haynes in this, would this go through? I really, really want that guy, though. I really do. Oh, man, a minute left. Let's see if I can make this. Let's go ahead and throw Haynes in there. I'm moving up in the draft. Will this go through? Trade rejected. All right, so 2 picks for this year, a decent-ish prospect, and another 3rd. The trade value's in your favor, and they still say no. I don't know what I'm going to have to do here. This is a lot to give up. I don't really have a whole lot to give up, and I don't really want to give up on any prospects right away. More than I have to. I don't really want to trade Nick Paul. This guy, I guess we could trade. Oh, shit. No, they're pick. What? They had like a minute left. What are you talking about? Whoa, whoa, whoa. They had like a minute left. Why did it jump so quick? They had like a minute left. What the hell? No way. Did they take him? Okay, they didn't take him. It said they had like a minute left on their clock. Why did it all of a sudden just, boom, we're making the pick? Okay, Vancouver, what do you want? I gotta do this quickly. Throw in a 3rd. God, this sucks. This is definitely not how I wanted this video to go. We'll offer pretty much exactly what I offered to New York. I say no. It's woefully insufficient, so I don't really have anything else I can add. I can add 2 seconds, but I don't really want to do that. I can only hope that he falls, but I know he's not. He's gonna go to Vancouver. I have a feeling. There he is. Fuck, he goes to Vancouver. Fitzmaurice. God damn it. Oh, man, I really wanted that guy. Fuck. Medium elite. Damn. Damn. That sucks. I mean, would you guys have offered 2 seconds? Was I offering enough there? Let me know in the comments here because I feel like I could have offered a bit more. I feel like I should have now. God damn. All right, well, who's on the board here? Who's on the draft board? Who do we got? Who do we got that's up here? We got a defenseman and Alos. And then it's pretty much a crapshoot. We're going to end up with a guy like Tyler Wisniewski. Great. Is Ottawa a cursed franchise? Like, am I just jumping into this, like, knowing that this is a cursed thing? They're cursed, aren't they? They're a cursed franchise. There's no point in moving up to 6th. So let's see see who they end up picking here. Alos, another medium elite. So the top 6 guys are all medium elite. God damn, the draft lottery screwed us so hard. That is brutal. All right, let's see who's up here. We know there's that Wisniewski guy. We got Lucas Hirsch, who is a 2-way defenseman. Again, I didn't really want a defenseman. I wanted a stud forward. I mean, A plus, A minus B, Torrey Krug. Seems okay. He's 17 years old. Or we can go with the center, Wisniewski. Exact. So he's medium top 4. This guy could be medium elite, but it's not super accurate. Patrice Bergeron, similar style too. Listed to go 9th. So I had to take a few timeouts here, and I had to talk to some of my assistant GMs. Now, I'm going to be starting up another Twitter assistant GMs group for times like this, where I'm in a pinch and I don't know who to pick. I can run to Twitter, ask, a select 50 of you, and maybe you guys can help me out. So if you have Twitter, follow me. I'm going to be sending out a tweet in the next few days, and we're going to get that group up and running. So there's Lucas Hirsch, who's a good puck-moving defenseman, who is something that we don't really have. I mean, we have Ty Connick, we have Jacob Bernard-Docker, we have a few defensive prospects. It's not a huge need. It's nice, but it's not a huge need. Wisniewski, I don't think really appeals to me at all. 6'1", 179. He's okay. Patrice Bergeron, I mean, it's just that 2 bars. That's the problem with Fog of War. I'm really trying to like it, but I am struggling a little bit here. So Tyler Wisniewski could be medium elite, but we know exact for sure that Hirsch is going to be a medium top 4. So I think I'm going to play it safe, and I think I'm going... exact same thing here with this Swedish guy, Rodin, as well. or Rodden, however you want to pronounce it. He's AAA all across the board. And we've got a guy like Hirsch here, who is, I mean, pretty much the exact same thing. We could trade down and still pick a guy like Robert Rodden, right? I'm out of timeouts, so I have to make a choice here in the next 3 minutes and 47 seconds. But Rene Savard looks pretty damn good as well. So there's a guy like Savard who, you know, is fresh out of junior. He's used to playing on the North American ice. You know what? I know if I take the risk on Wisniewski, I'm never going to hear the end of it if he's not good enough. We're going to go with the safe pick. Go with Lucas Hirsch, the safe pick here in Ottawa, and we know he's medium top 4. That took way longer than it should have. That was like 20 minutes of me going back and forth, and Wisniewski's only medium top 6. Okay, I think we made the right move there. If he was medium elite, that would have been the better thing to do, but okay, Wisniewski, I'll take it, all right? Lucas Hirsch, welcome to Ottawa. Man, this is going to be a long-ass video. Porter was a medium 6. Okay, good to know. Savard was a medium top 6 as well. That Rodin, we all knew he was medium top 4. Obviously, we all know most of these potentials. I'm just seeing if there's a guy we didn't scout that's like a medium elite or something. But back-to-back picks here in round number 2, pick 4 and pick number 5. I just kind of quickly want to see here if we missed out on any medium elites out there really quickly. Again, that took forever. I just really wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to screw that up because you guys ate me alive last time I screwed up. So I'm glad that I went with the safe bet. No one's going to yell at me there. So we got a few selections here. I want to see if that guy is still available. We scouted York. I do want to take a chance on York, but he's not here. I think his name was Benz or Betts or something. Matt Betts, I think his name was. I had my eye on him. He was really big. Sorry, no, Matt Ortiz, right. This was the guy. He's a beast. He's 6'5", 30 goals last year. I actually had my eye on him, but that's fine. He's gone now. We picked a defenseman last time. Let's go with a forward here. Oscar Johnson, who is a 18-year-old, 5'9". He's tiny. Wait, similar style Joe Thornton, and you're 5'9"? Hello, game? What? We got Lars Benstrom here, who we know is low elite. Gonna go ahead and pick Lars Benstrom here with our second round pick. Low elite, absolutely. Thank you very much. Another defenseman. Oh my God, we gotta pick a forward. I think it's time to pick a forward now, all right? I think it's just about time to pick a forward. Now, there's a few players out here. We got Oscar Johnson here. We got Rocky Niedermeyer. Obviously, he's a defenseman. Has a great name, though. We got this guy who, unfortunately, we didn't scout. We got Jesper Karlsson, who is 18 years old. He looks to be pretty damn good. Similar style Michael Grabner. I like that. Plus, he's medium top 6. Or down here, we got our scout that has a gem at 46. Is Drew Fata. So again, another low elite. We're taking a chance at another low elite. I was hearing some people in the comments say, you know, low elites aren't that great this year. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with what we know. That's going to be medium top 6 forward. There you go. Karlsson, welcome to Ottawa. We have to keep an eye on Fata, who went to the Anaheim Ducks. Now, this is a no-brainer pick. We picked this guy out before. I said I wanted to get him. Jorgen, I said I wanted to get this guy. He didn't have a point this year in 12 games played, but he is medium elite. We know that. So, absolutely, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. That was a pretty easy pick. I don't think anyone's going to hate on me for that one. Please, let me have this one. Now we have back-to-back picks in the 4th round as well. So we're making a lot of selections here. Wouldn't mind grabbing a goalie if there's one available. Ooh, okay, this guy could be something. Caleb Burrows? Is that just a really weird way to spell Burrows? Or Burrows? 19 years old. Haven't really scouted him a ton, but in the 4th round, or we could go with low top 9 and Torsten Zetterberg. Let's go with Burrows, though. He went up, and we need a goalie, so let's see what he's going to be. If he's medium elite, that's awesome. He is medium elite. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I got this drafting thing down, boys. This is the draft that we needed. Thank you very much. Just looking here with our next pick. Fun fact, actually, Nicholas Wong plays for Ottawa. He reached out to me on Twitter about how to get a 99 overall hut card, because if you're in NHL 19, you're eligible to get a 99 overall untradeable player card. He hit me up in my DMs and asked me who to talk to. So shout out Nicholas Wong. Good guy. With our second fourth round selection, we're going to go ahead and select Torsten Zetterberg, who is a low top 9. There's a medium elite defenseman out here, but sorry, low elite, but 6'2", 186. Let's just go with this guy, Torsten Zetterberg. That's a pretty safe selection. There you go. And that Breland guy was a low top 6, so he wasn't even low elite. Now, moving on to future drafts, do you think that we should have potential on, or should we turn it off? I want to know what you guys are going to think. Or what should we do with Fog of War in general? Because I'm starting to understand it more. It's starting to become a little bit more fun. At the start, it was just awful. I was so overwhelmed by it. I didn't know what the hell to do. So, like for this guy, for Matthias PRV, is he going to be medium top 6, even though it's 1 bar? Like, let's just see here. With our fifth overall, with our fifth round pick, he's medium bottom 6. So, okay, interesting. Probably going to take me a few more drafts to really get it, but I'm sure, I mean, with Fog of War fully turned on, that's got to be so difficult. You really have to trust your scouts. Noel Milley, who is a low top 9, so we know he's going to be low top 9. This guy could be medium elite, 225 though. He's like a 7th rounder. We'll see about that. We'll come back to him. I think at this point, let's just take the best player out there. That's going to be a low top 9 forward in Noel. There you go. Welcome to Ottawa. And he's exactly that. Another pick. Back to back to back. We have so many draft picks. Let's try with Victor Korbabov here, who is a grinder, 6 foot. Haven't scouted him really, but 1 bar low elite. What's he going to be? He turns out to be low top 6. Okay, so yeah. We're learning. We're good. All right, so with one of our last picks here, let's try this medium elite. I think he's going to be low top 6, maybe. Let's see here. Yeah, low top 9. Sorry, not low top 6. Low top 9, right. Not a bad pick, though, in the 6th round. Can't really complain about that. We got this Naslund guy who we know is a low top 6. I guarantee this guy, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, he is going to be like a low top 6 as well. So we know for sure this guy's going to be low top 6. Boom, there you go, Naslund, what a good name. And to finish off the draft, let's go with an old trick, drafting a 20-year-old Michael Little. Obviously that worked a lot with our Seattle franchise, and he's AHL medium top 6. All right, there's the draft. We're done. A few picks that stick out to me, we got Burrows, which I'm super stoked on, medium elite goalie, 97th. Nicholas Shorgan, another medium elite guy, 69th overall. Carlson's really good. Hirsch could be good for us. I think that was a way better draft. You guys got to rate that draft out of 10. What do you think? So having a look at our players we have to sign this year, we have $40 million in cap space, and our only really big player we have to sign is Thomas Chabot. So we're going to be big players in free agency here. Even though we got screwed in the draft lottery, goddamn Gary Bettman rigging the entire thing, I think it's okay. I think we're going to be just fine here in Ottawa. So first things first, let's see what Thomas Chabot wants. Basically, it's an empty contract. That's a steal of a deal. If I could get him for... So he wants a 2-year deal. How about a 4-year deal at 5... Does he want an extension? He does. So I could probably get him at a 4-year deal at $5 million per. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like 5.2. I mean, that's a really good contract for a guy like Thomas Chabot. I'm gonna bring him to 27 years old, gonna be in his prime, then he's really gonna be looking for a payday. Or I could give him like a 6-year deal at like 5.75. I have the cap to do it, so 5.8 for 6 years. Let's give him a big boy contract. There you go. So everyone else I'm not super concerned with, like Ryan Dzingel. These guys are guys that are going to be somewhat cheap. I got to sign a few players, but most of them we're going to let walk, and we're going to have a completely different team next year. So let me go ahead and sign a bunch of people, and I'll see you guys in a second. Ryan Dzingel is so cheap now. What was he making, $4 million before? Now he's making 1.6 for 3 years. What? Cody Franzen, we're going to say goodbye to. Thanks for your services, but you are no longer needed. Same with Clark MacArthur. See you later. Enjoy your retirement fund. You've been paid for the last 4 years, didn't do a damn thing. Slater Cuckoo really doesn't seem to be happy here, so we're going to let him walk. He's dropped from a 78 to a 73. it's not really worth keeping. We're just going to let him walk. Now, as for goalies, aside from this Hoberg guy, I think we're just going to let him walk. We're going to have a fresh start in free agency. I don't need a goalie. I don't need these guys. I mean, Picard's probably a cheap backup. I could keep Picard for a backup and then really be a big player in free agency for a goalie and for trades, which I do want to go have a look at Korpisalo, but I want to see if he's maybe going to go into free agency because he does have that 1 year left on his deal. So, you know what? Let's give a 1 year contract to Calvin Picard at $1.4 million. That's fine. I'm okay with having a decent backup goalie. And Condon, thanks for coming out. Thanks for your services. You're no longer needed. So the only real big money I had to shell out was for, okay, so JP, I did it again, JP, goddamn. John Gabriel, he says no. Thomas Chabot said no. Okay, so if you're going to change the duration of my renewal, I want you to adjust the financials accordingly. So he wants a little bit more money. That's fine. Ryan DeZingle was dirt cheap. Andreas Janssen was dirt cheap. All these guys. Calvin Picard said no, that's fine. Thomas Yurko, all these guys are good. Okay, so like I was about to say, Jean-Gabriel Pageau and Thomas Chabot were the only ones that didn't end up wanting to sign for us. So maybe Thomas Chabot only wants a 2-year deal. Now, I want to lock him up, though. I want like a 5-year deal at like, let's go 5 years at $6 million, all right? 5 years at 5.9, let's try that out. That should work. I adjusted the finances accordingly there. Now, the next was Jean Gabriel, not JP. He wants 1.8 for 2 years. I think I gave him a 1-year deal, so I'm sure he's going to sign with the 2 years. That should be everything. We should be good to go. Oh, sorry, Calvin Picard, right. Told you guys this one was going to be a long video. If you didn't believe me, maybe you didn't get enough snacks. Pageau said no, Chabot said yes, and Picard still said no as well. So as of right now, our forward core is good to go. Now that we know that Brown and Colin White are really going to be taking up big-time minutes, we don't really need a guy like Jean-Gabriel Pageau, not JP. I mean, last year he was kind of out of place as well because he would have been good enough to play on the second or the third line, but he was kind of stuck down there. So honestly, I think we're going to let him walk because I just wrote out our team. It looks good on paper. I'm going to let JP, oh my God, I seriously just did it again. I don't know why I don't do LB Brown. Like, what am I doing? Jean-Gabriel Pageau, all right? We don't need him. He's not coming back. And as for the goalies, I mean, I've offered Calvin Picard 1.5, I think. We'll go 1.65 for 1 year. And if not, again, it's really not the end of it. So Calvin Picard still said no. That's fine. That's totally fine. So I just went ahead and I signed a few of the rookies. I've tried to sign Calvin Picard a few more times. He doesn't want to sign. That's fine. That's all good. No worries. We're going to head into free agency. I have an idea, kind of. We still got a lot of work to do. Like, this video, I told you guys it's going to be a long one. We got a lot to do here. Maybe I bit off a bit more than I can chew because we still have a ton of work to do in this video. And look at all the free agents available. Nicholas Backstrom, Roman Josi, Braden Shen, Tyson Barrie, Justin Schultz, Nemestikov. Damn, there's a lot of them out there. So it looks like they did give a contract to Korpisalo. Now, 2 years at $1.78 million. That's fine. I don't mind swinging a deal for Korpisalo. I'll take Korpisalo off your hands, no worries. We did get that medium elite goalie, which I'm super pumped on. That's awesome. Now, I wouldn't mind getting Korpisalo, but for what? That's the big question here. But for what? Look at this guy. Look at trade value on Storgen. How do you pronounce that name? Storgen? Nicholas Sjorgen? I don't know. That could be the steal of the draft right there. Hirsch as well has a decent amount of trade value. That's good. Now, I tried to shop this Haynes guy, 51 overall, low elite. Will this go through for Korpisalo? Straight up, 1 for 1. Will this work? Trade rejected. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to add a pick. I've tried for Korpisalo a few times. He kind of seems like the guy I want to go for. He's young enough where we can still work him into our system. He's only 26. Goalies are sometimes late bloomers. A third and Haynes for Korpisalo. Trade accepted. There you go. Thank you very much. Now, I do want to see what his overall is going to be. We're going to have to check that out once the season starts, but I'm pretty happy about that. Korpisalo, I'm not going to say he's going to be the guy. You know, he might not be the 89 overall goalie that every team needs, but he's going to be better than what we had. I hope he doesn't stay at 80 overall, to be honest with you. Maybe he is actually past that time where he's going to be a starter, but you know what? We traded for him. him. That's kind of the guy that I wanted. I'm hoping he jumps up a little bit because it's only 3 bars. 80's pretty freaking accurate, actually. That could have been a mistake. But really, there's no other options out there. It's going to be hard for me to sign a stud goalie in free agency. There isn't any. The best one was like Anton Khudobin, and I really don't want to do that because he's like 35 years old. But what I do want is I do want a guy like Tyson Barrie. I am prepared to pay a lot for Tyson Barrie. I'm willing to go up to like $7.5 million. I have the cap to do it, so I'm going to do it. We're going to go ahead and offer him a $7.4 million contract. Obviously, he's not 92 overall. That's fogged out, obviously. Could be like 87, but 59 points last year. Yeah, we need a guy like Tyson Barrie. Our team is screaming for a guy like Tyson Barrie. Come on. Don't listen to whatever Matt Duchene told you about Ottawa. It's a great place. It's a fantastic place to live. $7.4 million for the next 3 years for Tyson Barrie. Thank you very much. Now, forward-wise, we could make another addition. I wouldn't mind getting another scoring winger because as of right now, it's Stone, Hurdle, Skinner, Meyer, White, Kachuk. And the third line is Bobby Ryan, Logan Brown, and Ryan Dzingel. I mean, I wouldn't mind a guy like Connor Sheary on the third line as opposed to Bobby Ryan, but with that contract, can't really do anything. I think I'm going to hold off. Ooh, Ryan Strome. He's 28, though. He's 26. I don't know if he's going to grow anymore. I think for forward-wise, we're okay. Again, we still have next year for our 2 first-round picks, so we got lots of time to draft players still. We don't have to be a playoff team next year. I didn't want to be a playoff team next year. I want to be a better team than what we are. I just don't think we're going to be a playoff team, but, I mean, we can make strides to become a better team. I just can't see us going on a cup run anytime. If I was to go after Roman Josi, I'd probably have to pay him well over $8 million. So I think I'm going to go with the poor man's Roman Josi here with Tyson Barrie. I think that's a pretty good pick. Going to go ahead and give a contract to one of these guys, maybe Jack Campbell, who's actually a former first-round pick, fun fact, by the Dallas Stars. He could be the backup to Korpisalo. He's 75 overall. Could be the backup to Korpisalo. I'm really hoping that Korpisalo does grow a little bit, even if he's like 81 or 82, because I don't want to have the same problem where I signed Picard to be the starter. Condon was actually the exact same overall, and they split time. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give a contract to, let's try... Literally any one of these guys will work. Louis Domingue, Andrew Hammond, the Hamburglar. We're bringing him back to Ottawa. You love to see it. $1 million for 1 year. How about 1.1? Because I also love hamburgers. There you go. Handsome guy, Andrew Hammond. Welcome back. Now, defensively, we're not done yet. Tyson Barrie is only one piece. Now, oh God, we don't even have any really good options here. Mark Pysyk isn't terrible. He's a top 4 defenseman, which is great. He's a defensive defenseman. Our defense honestly sucks. It's not good, but Tyson Barrie is definitely going to help, 100%. I really, really want Tyson Barrie to sign here. If he doesn't, that is going to be disastrous because our defense, boy, it's not good. So let's just say Tyson Barrie does sign, putting out positive vibes there to the universe. It's Chabot, Barrie, Nathan Beaulieu, and Bergman. That's our top 4. And then we have no bottom 6 guys. And we need to sign as many defensemen as we possibly can. I don't have anything to trade, so we're not trading. We're going to sign. Like, I literally need defensemen. There's not really any other way about it. I need defensemen on my team. Brandon Dillon might not be terrible. He's a top 4 guy. He's a shutdown dude, though, so he's I kind of want more of an offensive guy, which I think Justin Schultz might fit in kind of nicely next to Nathan Beaulieu. So $5.8 million. We're going all in on defense here. All in, absolutely. We got to go with at least one more. It can be a guy to play the bottom pairing. Dan Hamhuis, he's an older guy. No, thank you. Joe Morrow. What's Joe Morrow looking like? We had a look at him last time, didn't we? He actually played in the NHL last year. He's more of an offensive guy, though. I kind of want a shutdown dude like Schlemko. $3 million for Schlemko's a lot. Let's go with a guy like Joakim Ryan, who is 83 overall, but it is fogged out. Did play in the NHL last year. Again, it's another decent defenseman. He's young enough. He wants a 2-year deal at 1.7. That's fine. How about 2.2 for 2 years for Joakim Ryan? And I think we're good to go. I'm pretty sure. I really, really hope Tyson Barrie signs. We are pretty much 100% screwed. So please, Tyson Barrie, please don't listen to your former teammate Matt Duchene. The guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Come to Ottawa. Come on. Justin Schultz is here. That's good. Joakim Ryan's here. Andrew Hammond. Everyone's here. Justin Schultz said yes. Can you believe it? And Tyson Barrie said no. My goal is to win. Okay, it's fine. We'll win one day. I promise you, we will win, but just not this year. Come on, Barrie. Come on. He's the big fish. Detroit's interested. Oh, boy. Detroit's interested. I'm throwing a ton of money at you. 7.8, 7.9. Oh, my God, it's a lot of money. For 3 years, too. Shit. Let's go 7.8 for 3 years. I need this guy. I really need Tyson Barrie so badly. If not, we're getting Brendan Dillon. So, not a great consolation prize. Come on. Come on, Tyson Barrie. We're both British Columbia boys. Come on, do it. Do it. Oh, he went to Detroit. Wonder if Felix Pox had anything to do with this. 6.4. He turned down 7.8 for 6.4. Holy. Here's just some signings if you want to see here. Jean-Gabriel Pageau went to St. Louis, so I don't got to screw up his name anymore. Tyson Barrie went to Detroit. Mark Pysyk, Brendan Dillon both went to Vegas, so that sucks. We lose out on him. The Florida Panthers get Roman Josi to a 4-year deal. A few other large names. Nicholas Backstrom, obviously. Montreal signed Mike Hoffman. Backstrom not signed yet? I guess not. So he's taking his sweet time. But we lose out on Tyson Barrie. It's okay, though. We get Justin Schultz, which is kind of like a poor man's Tyson Barrie, I guess you could say. So as of right now, it's going to be Chabot, Schultz, Nathan Beaulieu, Jonathan Bergman, and then Ryan, which is that new guy we signed, Joakim Ryan, and X player. Oh, man. I wish I had a guy like Erik Karlsson. Damn, that would be awesome. Gonna go ahead and send $3.3 million to Joe Morrow. He's gonna round out our weak top 6. It's okay, though. We got another year, I promise. Another year of hell, and then we're going to be in the winning ways. We're going to be back in the winning train here in Ottawa. I guess back. We're never really there. But Joe Morrow accepted. Oh, my God. I've been recording forever. All right. Here we go. Here's where I'm almost going to end off the video. It's been over 2 hours for me. It's going to be a nightmare to edit. So let's go ahead and have a look at the lines. We're not going to do any preseason stuff right now. We're going to go ahead and simply look at the lines, and then in the next video, we're going to see what our rookies are looking like. So let's go best lines here. So Skinner, White, Stone. No. I mean, maybe. Did we throw Hurdle down there? I mean, Hurdle had 70 points. So this is where I'm going to end it, and I think it's going to be smart that I do this. I want to get your guys' opinion. So this is not how I had this at all. I had Kachuk right here. I had Dzingel up here. I had you there. That's how I had the roster. Now, what do you think about this? Now, defensively, oh boy, it's not good. Obviously, I don't think Ryan's 83 overall. Could be like 81 or 82, but Schultz and Chabot, that's not a bad top defensive pairing. Nathan Beaulieu and Julius Bergman, again, isn't fantastic, but it's an NHL pairing defenseman, which is good. And then Korpisalo, man, he could be just 80 overall. Yeah, that could be a mistake. I might have to take an L on that one. I mean, what? We only paid a third and a guy who probably won't become anything. As for guys in the AHL, if there's anyone ready to come up, Formanton, Batherson, so no one really forward-wise. Defenseman, Johnny Tyconic. We have to figure out what Hirsch is looking like for next year. Obviously, Ryan Merkley, Jacob Bernard Docker, they're not ready yet. Our defense is super weak, but it won't be like that forever, I promise. I promise. So what an episode. My recording right now is just under 2.5 hours. So yeah, we'll see how much I have to cut out of this. There's a lot of me second guessing myself, trying to figure out what I'm doing. So anyways, thank you for watching. Rate the draft, rate the free agency. I think I might have screwed up with Korpisalo. Could it just be like another situation where it's Calvin Pickard kind of deal? Or also let me know about the lines. What do we do? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next